You may be right. That's a powerful set of words, isn't it, Maggie Reigh?
Especially if you're a parent and in a relationship with a child where you're having a lot of power struggles. I think sometimes people would rather be right than happy.
And that goes for the parent and the child, correct?
Absolutely. And it's not just the parent-child relationship that's a good thing to remember in. Because sometimes we just get so wound up in that need to be right that we forget that if we step back, what's really important is our relationship. So I remember when I was first learning this, a friend of mine and I were taking some parenting, and we thought, oh, we're going to try this out, because we were always in power struggles. And I'm driving along, and my son says from the back, "Mom, you're going the wrong way." Now, I knew in this instance that I was right, of course. I wasn't going the wrong way, but I started to argue, and he started to argue, and I thought, I don't want to spend my time like this. So I said, okay, Jason, well, you may be right. Silence. And then, oh, no, you are going the right way.
Right. Right.
Yeah. My friend, on the other hand, I mean, whether you're right or wrong, it doesn't make a difference. It gives you a chance to have the space to take a look at it. And she did the same with her 12-year-old. They argued about something. She said, oh, well, you may be right, Dan. And then she's doing dishes later, and she's thinking, you know, he may be right.
Right.
Wow,
That is the power
right.
of it. Really what you're doing is buying yourself some time to evaluate both positions. Because it's true, the child may be right, if you look at it from their perspective. But we're so busy trying to get on top of, you know, our rightness that we often don't see that there's room for interpretation.
For sure. And sometimes we destroy our relationship trying to get on top of that rightness. And lots of times, there is no right or wrong. Who is right and who is wrong?
That's
it's just
very
a
true.
different story from a different angle. And to spend your time arguing with your children, trying to prove that you are right, just sets them up for a pattern that, of course, we probably inherited from our parents. And so stop, take a breath, use those little words to give yourself some space, and then say, now, listen, what is it that I really want to create here with my child?
Right. You know, I always employed the, well, we'll see. Mom, can I X? Mom, can I Y? We'll see. Instead of saying no right away, because that's another sort of instant word that comes out of our mouth very quickly. No. And then, you know, actually there may be no reason to say no. But I'll think about it, or let me think about it, that kind of thing.
Gives you some space. And sometimes, I learned from Barbara Colarosa, saying to a child, convince me.
Right, right.
Convince me that you're going to be safe if you go to the mall with your friends, or whatever it is. And let them do the talking, rather than us jumping in and doing the lecturing. So, you know, those things that we often come out of our mouth and we say no, or we just want to be right, and we end up in those power struggles, take time to step back.
So when you say you may be right, we're not saying you're right, because so what is the idea of the may? You may be right.
Well, it's just
We're
giving
not
that
committing
space.
to anything. Yeah.
Now, some people will say, not maybe, I am right.
Right.
There's always those people that you can look at and say, yes, you may be right.
Right.
But it just gives you both a little bit of dignity.
Yes, and an ability to pull back and just see each other's position a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's very simple. I like it.
Yeah. That's what I like about it, too. It's simple, gives you space to relax and think.
You may be right, Maggie. Thank you. If you want to learn more about Maggie Reigh's work, log on to chbc.com and follow the links to her website. Thanks for joining us today, Maggie. Well, there is health news of interest to a large percentage of society. Women who are at high risk